All right, guys, welcome. We are going to be starting Unit 2. So I'm going to start it with some graphing review because graphing is a very important skill in 8th grade math and beyond. So I want to review some of the basics of graphing so that we're all on the same page, okay? So let's take a look at this graph. This is called the coordinate plane, okay? Coordinate plane. Each point on the graph is called a coordinate. That's why it's called the coordinate plane. So A is a coordinate on this coordinate plane. Sometimes it's called XY plane. So all this vocabulary is important for us to get down so that when we start talking about graphing in 8th grade, we're all on the same page. So let's go from the basics. First thing we want to do is label the X and Y axes. So I'm going to do that now. The X axis is the horizontal axis, okay? So that is the one that goes from left to right, okay? And then the y-axis is the one that goes from top to bottom. This is the vertical axis, all right? So x-axis, y-axis, okay? Number 2, identify point A. So let's look at point A. When they mean identify it, they want us to tell them what the coordinate is of A. So in order to figure out coordinates, they have to look like this. First of all, they're always in parentheses. You have the x coordinate first, a comma, and then the y coordinate, and you close out your parentheses. So we're looking for what A is in terms of what its x value is and what its y value is. And we're going to plug them into these two spots in the point. So I'm going to start with my x. Remember, x is the horizontal axis. I always start from 0, 0. This is the origin. Okay, so we start from the origin, and I need to go to the right. So I know that I'm going to the positive direction. So my x value is going to be positive. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 5 over. And if I just take my pen and go straight up, I can see, yep, I'm going to run right into A. So my x coordinate for A is 5. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm going to start again with my parentheses, and I'm going to put a positive 5 as my x coordinate. Now I need to know the y. So now I'm here. In order to get to the y, or to A, okay, on the y-axis or in the directions of the y, which is up and down, I need to go up. Up is going to tell me that my y value is also going to be positive. So I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like my A as a y value of 6. And you can see how if you go to the left, it crosses right over 6 on the axis right here, the y-axis. So this is a positive 6. So it looks like I got 5, 6. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to write 5, 6. Don't forget your parentheses. So many people forget the parentheses when they're writing down points. Don't forget it. Okay. You could also see it written like this. You could have an A in front of it, and that just tells you that you're talking about point A. So point A is 5, 6. Other times you won't have the A there. You're just talking about 5, 6. Okay. What quadrant is point A? Quadrant. This is a vocab word we need to know. Okay. Quadrant, the word quad, okay, or the part of the word quad means 4. Okay, so that should clue you into what we're talking about. We're talking about the 4 boxes or the 4 parts of the coordinate plane. So there's this quadrant, there's this quadrant, this quadrant, and this quadrant. It actually follows, when we're numbering them, it follows in a C pattern. Okay, it goes counterclockwise. Okay, so what that means is when I'm labeling my quadrants, I label them starting with this top right one, okay, the positive, positive. The x values are all positive, the y values are all positive. That is quadrant number 1, and usually we put Roman numerals. So an I, a capital I, means 1, okay? Then following my C pattern, or following my counterclockwise pattern, the next one that is on my path here is this quadrant here, which is now quadrant 2. So that would be 2 I's if we're doing Roman numerals. Following, we get to quadrant 3, which is where everything is negative. And then quadrant 4 ends it out down here. Okay, IV is 4 in Roman numerals. Okay, because 5 is a V. So anything in front, if you put an I in front of a V, that means take 5 and subtract 1 from it. That gives you 4. Okay, so these are our quadrants, all right, and we'll talk more about these, but these are super important to know. It's asking me what quadrant is point A in. Well, quadrant 1 is clearly where point A is, so I'm going to put quadrant 1, okay? The last thing they want us to do here is to plot this point here. Now, remember, points are given to us as an ordered pair, okay, or a coordinate of x comma y. So if I'm given a point, this point here that says 0 comma -9, I know the first number is my x value, the second number is my y value. So my x value is 0. That means I'm starting from my origin, and I'm not going to go right or left because I'm right here on the 0, okay? If I went to the right, I'd be in the positive x direction. If I went to the left, I'd be in the negative x direction, but neither are the case. Right now, I have a 0 for my x value. So I'm not going anywhere right or left. Then I have to figure out where am I going up or down. It says -9, so that means I have to go down 9. On the y-axis, you can see how it's labeled. Negative is down, okay? So to get to -9, I must go, and I'm going to need my drawing tool here. I must go down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here is my point. Okay? So this is the point, and I'm going to label it 0, -9. Okay, I hope that this helped a little bit. We're going to get into more detail about the vocabulary and different things about graphing, but you're going to get a chance now just to apply what I just went over in this video on a practice problem yourself. So good luck on that, and I will see you in the next video.